Hello, thank you for calling. You have reached Joe's Art Supplies. How can I help you? So you are an art student. Are you totally a beginning or you're a beginning art student? Okay. And you need supplies. All right. Well, you've come to the right place. Do you have one of our catalogs by chance? No. All right. Oh. Do you have a list of the courses that you need supplies for today? Okay, let me just jot that down. All right, so you are taking Intro to Watercolor. Basic sketching. Right. And figure drawing. Okay. And mixed media. Right, that's quite a full schedule. Alright, so we should be able to get, I think, everything that you need. So our latest catalog just came out. We do have some price changes. As you know, probably heard, the supply chains are a little tricky right now. So some things have increased in price, but some things have gone down, and we do have some special sale items as well. So let's do your let's start your order information for your account first. May I have your name, please? Melissa Erickson. Okay. And billing address. Okay. And what city is that? Chicago. Right. And your zip. We'll put today's date. And the phone number, please. And an email address. It's not essential, but it's good to can send you a confirmation via email. It's just easier that way. Okay. Gmail. Great. And is the shipping address and billing address the same? All right. And I get your credit card at the end. Yeah, let's see. That's all we need just to get started. So let's do the watercolors first. We have pages 42 to 87 is all the watercolor supplies. Excuse me. So do you have any supplies that you're bringing with you from just ones that you had before you started school? Like, or are you pretty much starting from scratch? Okay, so you have some supplies, but not too much. So we do have sets now. Some classes ask for very specific colors to begin with, and rather you can buy individual paint colors, as you can see if you're on our website. We have really dozens and dozens of individual pigment tubes, and come in different sizes. But for a beginner, it's best to just get a set. So we also have different brands, and they range from fairly inexpensive, maybe $15, $20 for a set, to, you can spend quite a lot, a few $100s. So for the beginner, we recommend starting at kind of an intermediate step, because if you start with the cheapest ones, you tend to get discouraged because the materials don't work that well, and then you may not like the results. So this is a really nice set here. It's called American Journey. It includes ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, red, rose deep, Aurelian mixture, burnt scarlet, and raw sienna. And then a set of 12 includes Joe's blue royal amethyst, Andrew's turquoise skip screen, bumblebee yellow, and fire engine red. So that is, they're a little pricier, $64 for the set of 6. You want to go a different route. Okay, well, let's see what else we got. There's the pan watercolors, which are definitely less expensive. So instead of buying the tubes, you're buying a tray with the little squares of colors, just like you had when you were in school. But they actually can be very good quality, and you can replace the little pans. And there's a 2 milliliter size and a 4.5 milliliter size. And you can also, they're nice because they're interchangeable. So if you decide you want a different color or some different particular project, you can change out the little trays of color. So that's kind of nice. And you don't have to worry about drying out. Like if you get the tubes and you don't end up using that often, after a while they do tend to dry out. You want to go with the tube, with the pans. Okay, I think that makes sense. We also have the watercolor sticks, which are kind of nice. Did your supply list mention anything about that? They said that was optional. Okay. Well, you might want to try that at some point. You could actually, they're like crayons, and you put your color on, and then you run over it with a watercolor brush, just with water in it, and then it gives the effect of watercolor. It's really nice. So it sounds like you just want to start with the trays. All right. Well, this Voyager series is the one I guess I would recommend it for you to go with. It's a mid-range set. You can get a 12-pack, 6-pack, 24 half pan, 18 mixed pan. And for the most basic ones to start with, we would recommend probably the 12 pan. So it gives you 6 of the most used basic colors, and then 6 of the I'm sorry, 6 of the most used, and then there are 12 of the smaller ones. So that's the 18th, I'm sorry, that's the 18th set. I'm so confused. So that is $44.99 if you want to go that route. Want to try that one? I think that's a good choice. So let me get your order sheet started. That number HAWC dash 20 dash 24. Okay. One set of those watercolor tray set. And also, depending on how much you spend today, I think it's over, if it's over $200 or maybe $250, there's an additional 10% discount, and over $300 it's free shipping, so just something to keep in mind. Yeah. Now brushes. You will need some brushes. They're another thing that you can go cheap, you can go expensive. Where are the brushes? I'm just learning our new catalog, so forgive me, they've changed everything around. To look in the table of contents, supplies. Not seeing them. Brush holders, brush washes. What about the brushes themselves? Let's try the index. If the table of contents doesn't work, try the index. Brushes. We want watercolor brushes. 270, 248. There we go. 248. Okay. So I recommend a synthetic blend brush, and probably you want between 4 and 6 different sizes. So once again, you can buy them individually. There are round, flat, and what's called cat's tongue. They have a little division in that. So let's look for a set. Interlocked synthetic. Those ones are nice. So here is a set. They're a little pricey. Here's, let's see. You don't really want to spend over 100, I wouldn't say. Here's one for $39.99. It's a set of 6 assorted sizes and shapes. How does that sound to you? Okay. All right, so what's your HAP? 3 set brushes. All right. So, anything else besides the paint and the brushes for your watercolors? Okay. So, what's next? Sketching. Now, your sketching and your figure drawing, your supplies will be pretty much the same. We'll need some good quality paper, and you'll probably sketch in charcoal pencils. So you need a set of charcoal pencils, a set of regular pencils, and color pencils. Okay. So where did they move? Let's look for the paper first. Are you excited about starting your classes? You are? That's fantastic. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've talked to other students who've taken that program, and they really loved it. It's just very creative, and they don't they're not too rigid and too structured, so they really kind of let you explore whatever you want. Okay, I'm not seeing the paper. Oh, this is the index by brand. Wrong index. Paper. Now I recommend a pad of sketchbook paper, and oh, do you need watercolor paper? I forgot about that one. Okay, so we can get a watercolor pad and a sketchbook pad, and then the sketchbook can be used for any kind of sketching you do. It can be used for the figure drawing. You can even use the watercolor paper for just regular sketching. And also works well for if you decide to try the watercolor crayons. So let's page. Where did it go? Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. 302 to 308. There are lots of papers, as you can probably imagine. Kilimanjaro. Paper. There's, if you like, we can also, with your order, we'll send you our catalog, because it's just really, it can be inspiring just to look through all the different materials. They have paper for bookbinding, construction paper, digital art, greeting cards, handmade papers, illustration board, pastels, printmaking, water media packs and blocks. And there's also canvases, so if you ever get into oils, which probably later on in your course you will do oil painting, but that's usually not a beginner's class. Okay, so let's look for, here's a basic watercolor pad. I think this is a good, this Kilimanjaro brand. I like it. And it has a spiral binding, which is nice, but they're also perforated, so if you want a neater finish, you just trim along the perforation. If you're just doing like sketching out in the field, you can quickly flip over with the spiral bound, so it's a nice combo. So as you probably know, there's different weights of paper: 140 pounds, 300 pounds. I suggest you start with a 140 pound, because once again, you don't want to spend too much when you're just getting started. So here's 140 pounds. You can get 40 sheets. There's a 9x12, which is sort of what we recommend you start with. Want to do that? Okay. Oh, and there's a white, original white, which is kind of like snow white, you know, pure. And then there's what we call a natural white, which is a little bit of an ivory aspect to it. You like the natural? Okay, I do too. So that's KMPD 114. One of these, natural white paper. That is $14.99. Okay. And then water. Oh, that's the watercolor pad. We needed a sketch. Just a basic sketch. So how soon do your classes start? 2 weeks? Okay. Well, we should be able to get your supplies generally in a week with the basic shipping. If you want to do rush shipping so you have time to practice or whatever, you can pay extra for that, but you should be good. Okay. Watercolor, illustration boards. There's a lot of watercolor pads. Sketchbooks, here we go. Sketch pads and mixed media pads. This will also work for your mixed media class. So Strathmore is a wonderful brand that I definitely would recommend you go for. And it's different sizes. Again, I would start with the 9x12. Does your supply list specify, or they don't specify? So this is 80 pound. There's a recycled paper. Are you interested in trying that? It's acid free and recycled 100%. Okay. Let's see. So we'll do 50 sheets of 9x12. Does that sound good? Okay. SM412. 9x12, 50 sheets. That is, where is that? $12.95. Okay. So that I would think would take care of your mixed media and your figure drawing and your basic sketching. And you've got 50 sheets. If you get like halfway through your semester and you need more, just give us a call or shoot us an email, and we can send you out some more. But that should get you, you know, I would think through at least halfway through the semester, or not more. Let's see. Now, we should get you your pencils, I think. Does your teachers specify anything about pencils? Charcoal. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Charcoal pencils, 183. 183. So have you done other types of artwork before in your background, or just for fun? Yeah. What do you like doing best? Painting? Oh, you have acrylic paints. Well, watercolors will be quite a bit different from the acrylics. It's an interesting medium and fun, very fun to play with. Okay. We have Create a Color charcoal pocket set, General's Jumbo charcoal, Coats Premium Willow charcoal, and those are just charcoal sticks. I do not suggest those because you get it all over your hands, which I hate. So Some people don't mind. I like this General's charcoal pencils. They sharpen up to a nice fine point, and they're made of highly refined carbon and fine organic blacks, available in 4 degrees of black and 1 degree of white. White may be worked over the black. They have a smooth cedar casing, so they're really nice ones. You can get a pack of 12 for $13.69. And there's hard, medium, soft, and extra soft. You might want to get, I think, a soft and a medium. Oh, they want you to get a hard. Okay. Do you want to get a hard and a soft then? Okay, let's do that. They're really not very expensive considering how much use you'll get out of them. So GP557, that's the hard pencil, and the soft is GP559. Okay, get 1 package of each, $13.69 each. And then you wanted color. They are on the same section. There's Prismacolor, which is a very well-known brand, coming in hundreds of colors, maybe even 1,000. I don't know how many colors they have. Looks like 1,000 colors. And you can get a set of 12, 24, 48, 72, 132, or 150. So 12 colors is $15.99. 150 is $147.89. So, and then of course it ranges depending. Now, I would suggest for a beginning class either with the 24 or the 48. You're worried about your budget a little bit? Yeah, well, stuff is, it's not cheap, that is for sure. The 24 is for $27.95. Do you want to do that one then? Yeah, well, let's look at the other brands and see how they compare. There's Posca, which is a nice Italian brand. Their set is $22.59, set of 24 colors. Yes, they're also very nice. Nice brand also. It's a little bit less. And let's see, Cretacolor. Graphite. I think that's, oh, these are pastels. So I'm going to go with the coals. Okay. So what did I say? It's $22.59. And that is for the 24 color set. That's CP8. 758-24. Okay. So right now you're looking at about 50, 80, 120, 140. So you're looking at around 160 so far. Are you okay with that? Yeah, I know. It gets expensive. Well, you know what? Even if you don't get up. Okay, so got our watercolor pencils, our watercolor papers, our watercolor paints, and our brushes. And for the basic sketching, we have our sketch paper and we've got our charcoal pencils. Figure drawing, I think you can use the same materials. And mixed media, we've got the papers, and you need some other media, don't you? Does it say on your list what to get? Pastels. All right, let's look for pastels. Oil pastels or soft pastels? You want the soft pastels. Oil's definitely more advanced. Soft pastels are kind of like chalk, like 168. They're very dusty. And I find them messy. I don't like them very much. But the effects are nice. Effects can be beautiful. Individual colors. So once again, do not recommend getting the individual colors because it's more expensive in the long run. This is Pan Pastels as the brand, and they have sets perfect for first-time users to begin exploring the creative techniques possible with Pan Pastels for painting, drawing, and mixed media. Includes basic tips and instructions for using Pan Pastel. Each set includes one painting knife, 2 soft knife covers, 1 soft sponge bar, 1 soft angle slice sponge, and a palette tray with cover. They're a little bit, let's see, they're a little bit pricey. These are $43.39. It does come with all your supplies and your brushes and things. Let's see what else there is. Individual colors. Those are Sennelier brand, $5.69 each. So if you're going to buy 6 colors, you're already into the $30. So Sennelier full stick soft pastel sets, handmade from pure pigments, light, fast, creamy, and brilliantly colored. This a set of 12 is $47.09. You're trying to save a little more money. All right, let's just see what else we can find. 8. This is Prismacolor. Prismacolor actually might work for you. You get 12 colors for $17.99. Each stick is over 3.5 inches long. The rich, creamy texture for easy blending and shading, and are stronger than ordinary soft pastels, which means less breakage and easier cleanup. Does that sound a little more in your price range? Okay, so $17.99 for that. SA 2704. and that's the 12 color NuPastels. All right. So what else for your mixed media? You got paint, you got pastels. You're probably gonna do like decoupaging and collage. So tissue paper is something you don't need to buy from us, but you may be using something like that. Oh, you probably need some gel, what do I want to say? Some like finishing tools, fixatives. Fixatives are important for keeping your work safe. Page 187. Especially the pastels, colored pencils, charcoal pencils. Stops it from smudging. So we have all-purpose fixative sprays, Winsor & Newton. There are specific fixatives, like just for pastels, just for charcoal, but that's like getting pretty advanced. For you, I think you can use just an all-purpose fixative for, you know, when you're getting going. I like the Winsor & Newton. It's actually a little bit less than the Krylon or the Lasso. It's $8.69, and that should last you definitely through a whole semester. Does that sound okay? All right, WN30 44913 is $8.69. And that's the fixative. Yeah, I'm filling it out just so you know on the paper order sheet. This will all get entered into our computer system at some point, but it's easier to do it first this way. So are there any other things that you think you might need? I suggest eraser if you don't have any. There's nothing like the pencil erasers or the pink pearls that you would use just around the house. These are very special. Gum erasers, rubber erasers, kneaded erasers. They really work much better than the standard. And they're pretty cheap. So $1.19, $1.29, $1.39. So I would recommend a General Art gum eraser. Yeah, it's only $1.39. You could get two. Okay, because you will go through those. GPC 24, and that's the art gum eraser. $1.29. Okay. Do you have like something to carry all your stuff around? You're just going to use a canvas bag. Okay. We do have some really nice organizing kits and cases. So once you get a little more advanced, or a box for all your supplies, you might want to do that at some point. But when you get our catalog with your order, you may just look through it, and I recommend just browsing it, and you'll probably see other things as your semester goes along. Now, markers are used a lot these days. You might be using them in your mixed media class. Did they mention that? Oh, you have some. Okay. Yeah, you could probably just start with the ones that you have. Do you need any glues? Any tapes? Any other kind of special pens? Graphite pens and pencil sets? Graphic pens, I'm sorry, not graphite. Graphic pens. Calligraphy. Will you be taking calligraphy at some point, do you think? It's an elective. Okay. Well, we do carry calligraphy supplies if you decide you want to take that class. And we do have a frequent buyer program. So, like, if you decide you want to use our company and you like our supplies throughout your whole course, we can sign you up for the frequent buyer plan, and then you will get 15% off of every order going forward. Okay, I'll put you down for our frequent buyer plan, so we can actually get you that 15% today. So the only thing on your part is that you will have to order at least $100 worth of supplies for each semester, so it's really not that much, and then you get the 15%. Okay. So anything else? Let's see. Do you need any ink? Are you going to do any pen and ink drawing in your mixed media? We have wonderful Bombay inks. They're beautiful. Really deep, rich colors. Maybe next semester. Okay. Do you need a smock apron? Just looking through other things you might need. Excuse me. Palette for paints. No. Gloves. I recommend you get some inexpensive gloves because you will find your hands getting dirty a lot, and it just makes it easier to clean up. Oh, we do have little, since you are taking a basic figure drawing, these hardwood mannequins. They're 12 inches. They come with little stands, and you can pose them in different poses. They're very nice to get the basic proportions, and it's a nice way to practice when you're outside of class. You can get the $16.99. Comes with male and female, $16.99 each. You can just get one. You don't really need the both. It's mainly to just get the general proportions. Would you like one of those? Okay. So, mannequin. You'll get the male. Okay. Actually, okay, $16.99. $99, that's 12, yeah. All right. We've got all kinds of tapes, adhesives, color wheels, color mixing guides. Can you think of anything else, or is there anything else on your list that we haven't covered? Yes, canvases. Well, when you get into oil painting or acrylic painting, then we do have a wide variety of canvas sheets, canvas boards, stretching your own canvases. That's a little bit more advanced. We even have pottery tools. So it sounds like you've got enough for today. And I mind if I get your credit card number? Okay. Expiration and the 3-digit code. All right. So I'll go ahead and put this order in for you, and actually I'll email you when we get the total, and you can see what, with including the 15% discount, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in the free shipping. I don't think we've quite hit the $300, but since you are signing up for the program, you do get the free shipping as well. I forgot to mention that. So I'll email you the total with the discount and everything. Usually I should be able to get that out to you by tomorrow evening. And then you can go ahead and confirm the order before we put it in, just because this gives you an opportunity to review all the selections we've made. I will send links to all the individual items so you can take a look and make sure it's what you want. Also, you may have thought of other things between now and then that you want to add on, which is fine. Just let me know. You can also call or email, whichever you like. All right, well, we will get you going. Thank you so much for calling us today. It was really nice talking to you. I really hope you enjoy our supplies and enjoy your art classes. All right, you have a good day. Bye-bye.